everyone. Okay, so don't know if he's going to be able to pop on, but I'm doing Mason's t-shirt tonight for his YouTube channel. So let me pull up my page while it's notifying everybody that I'm on Facebook. I can make stencils, so I made several for him. Let me see if I can get my page up here and going. There we go.
Hey everyone.
All right, so I got out the smallest t-shirt I could find, and it should just fit on my Cricut mats. My ink mat should be here anytime now, which is pretty much really similar to the Cricut mats. So if you had an old Cricut mat, you wouldn't need to necessarily get an ink mat right away. They're a little easier, I believe, to clean up than the Cricut mat, but they both work. Now the hardest part of it is getting it in there without it sticking to it. It's a little bit easier because he's a small guy, so the shirt's going to be too big for him, I'm sure, but he's going to wear it four-reeling when he does his stuff. And I should actually be doing the back of it. My bad. All right, let's get the back on here. And you can watch a video of how I did his shirt. And then if I'm able to come down there in April, I can bring stuff and we can make shirts when we're down there if you like this. So I did order a red one because he wanted red. Alright. Just gonna smooth it out nice on my Cricut mat, which is got a sticky part on it. Alright, so let's see. Okay. So get rid of that. Alright. I made some things for the sleeve. So he calls his YouTube channel Mud Exclusive. Basically, boys are playing in mud on four-wheelers. Four-wheelers and anything they can get their hands on, really. Although I gave him my four-wheeler, my old four-wheeler, and I haven't seen that in the mud yet. That would look pretty good though, because it's white. All right, so I'll do like Mud Exclusive here. Got some flames. Maybe I'll be able to get them towards the bottom. And then I did, oh yeah, his YouTube channel. So maybe I can go like this. The YouTube across the back of his neck. And then the Mud Exclusive. Try that. And I've got like little YouTubes, little Mud Exclusive for his sleeves after this part dries. And then I've got some muddy tire tracks. So I may try to run those down the side afterwards. We'll see. Okay. I'll get started with the YouTube one first. I've got to get my ink, and I'll try to use some bright colors on it. So this looks pinkish, but it's actually candy apple red. And okay, so I want some lighter colors. I've got white, candy apple red, bumblebee, and ocean mist, which is like a baby blue. So, I know I definitely want to use the red for the flames. I can even probably put a little yellow on there too. And YouTube is usually in a red logo, so red will work good. All right, so these are one I made myself. There's a little bit difference with them compared to the Couture ones. So once I take this off, I need to wash it quickly. They're not like the Couture ones where you can just let them sit in water. I haven't let these sit in water, but I'm advised not to. So let's see. Go. Oh, and I do need to write back on the back of it because these ones are crystal clear and it's hard to tell back from the front. I'm not going to fuzz the transfer because I want it to be as sticky as possible when I put the ink on, and I'm just trying to center it on the back of his neck. And stick it down and see the Cricut mat is like, that's right where, there we go. Oh, it's the tag from the shirt that's in the way. I'm just trying to get it to stick down. These are not as good and sticky as the Couture ones. So I'm going to be extra careful when I put the ink on. And I'm wearing the shirt that I got ink on last time. So I'll call this my inking shirt. All right, I have not used this color yet. And it's got the little seal for your protection on the lid. The lid it's a little off center. I can fix that. Right. Trying to get out my wipes. Usually I don't have a trouble with the ink. It cleans up pretty easily, but it is more liquidy and stays wetter longer than the chalk paste. So just always keep checking your fingers because you could end up with like fingerprints on it. I don't need to stir it because it's a perfect consistency. So I'm just going to get out squeegee and work on the YouTube part. Then I'll take it off, clean it, and go to the next one. The ink, you're supposed to go in one direction. Pay no attention to me if I accidentally go in a different direction. I'm just going over it again because being that it is cloth, it's more likely to, you know, sink in a little bit. And I want to make sure that the color stands out. So I'm just going over it a second time. You've got more time to play with the ink than you do the paste, so. All right, let's see how this looks when I pull it up. Oh, looks great. It looks great, actually. I don't know if you can see that or not. So, perfect little YouTube logo for it. And these are the stencils that I made. So, I'm going to give that a second to dry, and I'm going to clean this off. I'm going to grab one of my old dirty washcloths. I don't care if it gets stained or not. And the ink will stain even though you're cleaning it up. Let's see. Right. I got my water bin over here. My water bin, you'll notice if you can, yeah, you can see it this time. You'll see the color start to change. As I put the different colors in there, it'll end up, by the time I'm done, probably black. Okay, so I'm just going to spray the back part of this and get this one clean, and then this one will be done for the night. These ones are different than the Couture ones, so pay no attention to how I'm cleaning it, unless you end up unless you want me to make you a transfer, a specific one, because I am going to make like some family ones. And even while it's still wet, it's okay to stick back on the backer. She said they actually prefer it, so. Oh, and I had it on my fingers. That's all right. Just have to clean it off the transfer again. Make sure I get underneath it. All right, I'll try this again without sticking my fingers in it. And the silk screen mesh area is the most important part. And then these I'll just set to the side to dry. Just put it over here. So we've got his YouTube going, and the next part I'll do is the mud exclusive. Mace, are you out there? If so, you can make comments on there. Trying to decide whether to do the mud exclusive in the yellow or white or blue. Any opinions? Anybody? You can see that there's people out there. I just can't see who's out there. I know Mason's on his way home from baseball practice, so he's probably not on yet. He was waiting for his brother to get done his baseball practice. Southerners. Southerners and their baseball. I don't know what they're missing by not playing hockey. Actually, they do, because they love hockey. All right. So, next I've got mud exclusive to do. I think I'm just going to do it basically like this. Oop, and I better write back on the back. That one's not working. Back. I still do have a little ink on my finger. We'll get that after. Okay, so I've got that mud here. I don't know what the cats are getting into. I'm gonna give out a wipe out, be proactive. Get that off my finger. Alright. So I'm just gonna use yellow. It'll be nice and bright and it'll stand out for him. And then when I do the flames at the bottom, I'll do red with a little bit of yellow in it. And that should look nice. I hope he likes that. Okay. This is... I'm just going to grab the yellow off my lid and put it back in the jar so I don't waste it. You'll notice when you first open the ink jars that they do smell like paint. But once it's been open for a little while and that smell gets out, you don't really notice it. This isn't one of the new styrofoam lids, so I'm just going to throw it in the garbage. While getting it all over my fingers. But at least it cleans up nice. Alright, so... Alright, I'm going to try the mud exclusive part now. And it seems to go through these transfers pretty easily. So I'm not having to hold them down a lot. I'm just going over them because I know that it's going to sink into the shirt a little bit. And I want to make sure that it stays nice and bright so you can see it easily. And these letters do have a little bit of distressing on them. You know, so they kind of look like they've been through the mud. I'm just going over it a second time to give it some more ink. And once it dries, I will need to heat set it to make it permanent. Otherwise, it could come off in the wash. All right, let's see if I get the mud. Mud. All right, and let me clean this one before I go to the next one. Like I said, with the Couture transfers, you don't have to clean them right away. I could just throw them in the bath and in the water bath, and they'd be fine. And it just as you can see, it comes right out of the eraser. Make sure my letters are all nice and clean. They are. And my backers over here. So there we go. And because these are reusable transfers, I can use them over and over and over again. So I can make them like 10, 20 shirts at least. Or masks or whatever he wants. Put this over here to dry. All right, now we've got the big exclusive, which I'm going to do at a little bit of an angle, I think. I was going to try some tire tracks. All right, let's get the exclusive on here. Oops. I do still have some of my fingers. Hey, whoever's out there, you guys can always hit like or say hi. Alright, so I'll do his mud exclusive. Try not to get it on the other mud one. And if you search mud exclusive, you can find his YouTube channel. He's building it slowly. Alright, time for some more yellow. And hopefully I'll go to the side so you can see it. I'm just going to go over it once and then go back over it again. The first time it should sink in. I'm just trying to get it nice and even on there. And I'm really not using a ton of ink. Alright, so I've gone through it once, and I can see the shirt through it, so I can see it's soaking in a little bit, which is good. I'm just going to go through it a second time and give it an extra layer of ink. And I'm just putting it down and basically picking it back up with the squeegee and moving on to the next letter. Just trying to make sure it's nice and thick. And then usually the shirt's gonna give like a good 24 hours to dry, and then I can heat set it. I've got an easy press, so it only takes like 30 seconds on one side, and then I flip the shirt inside out and do another 30 seconds on the other side. Easy peasy. Alright, that's it for my yellow. Pull this one up. There we go, mud exclusive. I'm just going to take a second to clean that up so I get it back on its backer. Anybody who's used the Ikonart transfers, the purple is a lot stickier than the blue. So I don't know that I'll buy the blue again. I'll just stick with the purple, because if I don't want it so sticky, I can just fuzz it. The stickiness will help it last longer. Although I did go through 3 t-shirts rinsing the stencils out. You have to hose them down afterwards with a spray nozzle. Nice and messy. Even if I pull the shower curtain over, I still end up getting soaked for some reason. Okay. Oops. I'm running out of room. And it's okay if your eraser gets stained, it's not hurting it. It's not hurting it any. There's a little exclusive on it. Alright, put you over here. I just want to get the last part of it clean. I'm going to use my bigger towel, obviously. So make sure I get all the ink out of the silk mesh screen area, so the next time I go to use it, it's in good shape. Throw the packet back on this one. And I'm just going to wipe off the front, make sure it's nice and clean. just tossing it to the side to dry. All right, so far we've got, I don't know if you're out there yet in Mace. This is the back of his shirt, mud exclusive. And I'm just gonna slide the Cricut mat down a little bit, if I'm able to, so that I can do the flames at the bottom of his shirt. And I'll save the sleeve, putting the YouTube and the mud exclusive on the sleeves for afterwards, after this part dries. But these are the little flames that I did. I'm just gonna try to slide this down so I have a nice smooth surface underneath. Just so I can get the and as you can see, this is from inside the shirt because the yellow went through with the Cricut mat, kept it from going to the other side of the shirt. Once my ink mats get here, I have longer ones that I wouldn't have to adjust it. I could just leave it in place. All right. I have no idea what the cats are doing, but they're banging things around all around in there. All right, let's see if I can get this one started. These are thinner, so they're not as easy as the Couture ones to start, but it's good if you want to make your own design. Now I can remember to do the back on that one. All right. Make this nice and flat. And I am making a mess. All right. So I'm gonna try to do a little bit of red when I'll do like white tips towards the top of the flames and see how that looks. So I can get this stuff out of here. This could be pretty messy with the flames. Not too worried about it. So now once the yellow touches the red, it's not going to be going back in the jar. So I just want a tint of yellow on the flames. I'm running out a little bit, so I'm going to get one of my stir sticks just so I can get a little bit extra yellow out and just pop it on there. Just so I have some more to swirl around. And hopefully it looks like good flames when I get done. Throw that in there. Close these up, and I'll check my hands for ink before I pull that off. Not too bad. Hello. All right, so as you can't really see the flames, so you can kind of see them, but there's all different kinds of reds, yellows, and now oranges with me mixing the two colors together. I'm gonna grab another towel to put this on so I can clean it up after. Cats have lost their minds tonight. All right, so, oh, that's not so bad. I actually could probably put it down and do a couple more flames on it. See if I can see what I can push through. And of course, I already threw my stuff in there. So let's see if I can just add some red to it. And push more through the silk screen to get on the shirt. Yes, but it needs a little bit of yellow on it now. Small squeegee. Okay, here we go. Mix the yellow in so it's not so red. always add more flames to it afterwards. So I don't know if you can see the flames. It came out pretty good though. So I can always add more to the sides of it and stuff after if he wants. Oh, I wasn't sure that the flames would come out that good, but it came out pretty good. Alright, now I can really close these up. And clean this up. What did I do with my eraser? Here it is. Right now my water's turned yellow, but once I get done with this, I'm sure it will be more red. Yeah, it's already turning like a melon color. Flip this over and spray it down. This has a little bit of ink on this side where it normally doesn't. That's just because I laid it down on top of itself before I did the second part. So when I did the extra flames, I want to make sure I get it off. Squeaky is a good noise. That means it's nice and sticky. That's what you want to hear. When it loses that squeakiness, then it's getting towards the end of its life. Which I haven't hit that with any of my transfers yet, and some I've used more than 10 times. So. Alright, so let me check. It's all nice and clean. Alright, I'm going to put it back on the backer, which I put over here. Alright, so, whoops. Just make sure it's nice and smooth, and then I'll put it to the side to dry. Okay. Now that I've got ink everywhere, let me clean off my hands, and I'll take the Cricut mat out so we can see what it looks like underneath. All right. Toss these to the side. All right. Okay, so came out easier than it usually does. So this is the back of his shirt. YouTube, mud exclusive with the flames. Mason, message me. Let me know if you like this. What you want on the front of it. I can put YouTube and mud exclusive on the sleeves, like a little one here. So you can have it like on your little chicken wing arms. Right. Right. And I'm just going to clean up my Cricut mat while it's still wet. And I don't know if the eraser will work on this or not. Yeah, it does. You can always use a magic eraser on things, but they tend not to last as long as the Couture ones. Then once this dry, it pretty much gets all its stickiness back. Even the red seems to be coming off, so toss it in there. And I use my Clorox wipes to finish this off. Now I just set it to the side to dry before I put the cover back on it to help it keep its stickiness. The Cricut mats basically have a color just like the stencils do. Just helps them stay sticky longer. So I can still see a hint of red and yellow on this. I'm not really worried. As long as it's still sticky is all I care about. Just set that down there to dry. Alright, so so that was my project for tonight. The McGrath family crest that I did, because that was one of the ones I did tonight too when I printed them off. Didn't work as well as I thought. I need to blow it up and make it bigger. So still stay tuned for the McGrath family crest. If I can get that working, I can do that on something. All right, Mace, here's your shirt for your YouTube channel. Let me know if you like it and what you want on the other side of it. Alright, so I think that's it for me tonight. When I finish up this project, I'll do, like I said, on his arms, a little YouTube logo and a little mud exclusive, and then find out if he wants anything at all on the front. He might just want like a little thing or something, I don't know. I'll let him decide since it's his shirt. And I will hang this up on a hanger to dry. Alright, night everybody! Mason, don't forget to message me back when you get to see this. Bye-bye.